Just a little quick tip of things that you can do. I'm driving. It was raining at one point. Obviously, I got water on my windshield. I don't know if you can see it. And I've got a bunch of dead bug guts and stuff on my windshield that's hard to scrub off. So I'm using the dirt and grime that's actually sticking to the water molecules from the tire wash, the rooster tailing, whatever you want to call it, from the mist from his tires fluttering up onto my windshield. I'm waiting a while so that the windshield can get coated in it. Then I start washing and let it try to scrub it off. That way I don't have to. You can use these little concrete things to stand on. Now, one way to help not have to scrub the bug guts, if you pre-soak them first, then they become easier to scrub off. But if you go in a circular swirl pattern, they come off easier. Now, I am not saying that is the end-all be-all solution to washing your windshield. I'm just saying, for those stubborn bug guts that are hard to get off, pre-soak them first and then just do a swirl wash instead of just a back and forth scrub kind of a thing, because it's been my experience that is more effort than just this. So you're not only going in this direction, but you're going in this direction and this direction and this direction, so you're doing 5 to 6 times as much work, so you're getting 5 to 6 times as much effort results out of scrubbing the bug guts off your windshield. If you can't seem to find a parking space at truck stops, rest areas, things like that, try to start your day earlier and get done earlier. So you want to get to a truck stop and a rest area before 6 to 7 o'clock at night. That's about when they start filling up. So try to get there before then so that you can get a parking space. Let's say all the truck stops are filled up. Let's say all the rest areas are all filled. Where are you going to park? Well, your company will probably tell you not to do this. And in some cases, there's signs telling you not to do it. But hey, we're federally regulated. We have to stop. If we run out of time and there's nowhere to park, we gots to do it. So my recommendation in that case is to find yourself an off-ramp. But you don't want to park on this side. You don't want to park on the off-ramp side. You want to park on the on-ramp side. If you park on the shoulder on the on-ramp side, you don't have to worry about those guys with the dual exhaust going by you with their Jake brake on, going blah, 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 right past you, waking you up. Those guys aren't going to be doing that when they're going past you on the on-ramp. They're only going to do that for the off-ramp. So if you're going to park anywhere, I would recommend that side. That's if you park there. Again, not my recommendation, but if you're going to do it, you might as well do it intelligently. And another little trick is, instead of grabbing this split handle and getting yourself a nice old nasty tetanus shot, grab here, a couple of fingers, and go around. It also allows you to go faster than if you were holding the handle. And here's another little trick. Sometimes your landing gear release arm will come straight out. Sometimes it won't. In this particular one, I have to go up first, then over, then I can pull it out. At truck stops, never pull straight into a space. Always back in. I've had people pull into spaces before when I was backed in. And when I get up in the morning, I have to ask them to move their truck because they're sticking out in front of mine. The reason they're sticking out in front of mine is because those spaces are designed so that when you back in and you've got your tandem slid all the way forward, there's another 6 to 8 feet of the truck that is hanging over that curb at the back of the space. That means you're not taking up 6 to 8 feet in front of my truck. Always back into a space. Don't pull straight in, otherwise you're going to get woken up probably 3 hours into your sleep and be asked to move because you're blocking somebody in. And then if you refuse to get out of their damn way, you're going to be wondering in a very out of it state what they're doing to your truck while you're sleeping. When you're at the truck stop and you're getting fuel and it asks you for the odometer, you don't always have to climb back into the truck, turn the key on to find out how many miles you've got on it. all you got to do is just hit 0. A lot of times it'll accept it. Another tip that can save you time when you're at the pump, instead of shoving the nozzle all the way in, back it out just a couple of notches and then set it down. Make sure that your nozzle is actually pushing on this side over here so that it doesn't fall out. Now, when you turn on the fuel pump, when it fills up the tank, if you had it all the way in, it'll only fill up to about here. But if you have it sticking out a little bit, it'll fill up all the way. That's a few, probably another 5 or 10 gallons right there at the top of your tank, depending on how big your tank is, which means you have to stop sooner, more often, and waste more time. So if you just back out your nozzle a little bit, you don't have to do that as often. Something they don't teach you in just regular Class C driver's license school and things like that is to read the signs. Something they do teach you in truck driving school is to read the signs. So read every friggin' sign. Do not enter one way, it's turned sideways. Do not enter north 57 interstate that way. No U-turn, one way, one way. Read every single sign, including the ones that aren't relevant to you, because you might need to know that information at some point. Read every sign. Can't go wrong. Just read every sign. So many mistakes can be avoided just by reading the signs. That's how I got my nickname of Hawkeye, because I was paying attention to everything. I didn't call myself Hawkeye, somebody else named me. So here I am parked by this sign, and then there's this sign. No parking here to corner. So, from here to there. Well, I parked all the way over there, so I'm legal as far as that sign goes. Always read the signs.